What's good, y'all? Quick message for y'all real quick on this beautiful Friday morning. I hope everybody is having a great morning so far and y'all up, getting to that bag, getting up, handling y'all business, working on y'all goals, taking care of your shit. But what I want to talk to y'all real quick about is how your spiritual relationship with Source, whoever that may be for you, but your spiritual relationship in this lifetime is everything. Your spiritual relationship is considered an anchor in your life, meaning there will be times where you go through trials and tribulations and some of the mountains that you have to climb and the hurdles that you got to jump. They are going to require you to lean on the Source. They are going to require you to be focused on your spiritual relationship. Yeah, we all may have friends and shit like that and people that we can turn to vent and, some shoulders out there that we can cry on or whatever. But at the end of the day, there's some shit that you may have to go through in this lifetime that's going to require more than that. It's some shit that you're going to have to go through in this lifetime that those people that's there for you, they can't help you. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's important to every day have, create the bond, work on the bond that you have spiritually with Source. You see what I'm saying? Like every day when I wake up, for instance, I always show gratitude and I always, let them know that I am appreciative of my life, no matter what I go through. Even in the midst of my storms, I've learned to just be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned over time through my experiences how to look through my storms and still see how blessed I am. It's just a matter of me being comfortable or uncomfortable. That be the issue for most of us. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, even through the midst of your storms, you still blessed. And a lot of times when it comes to your storms, it will be revealed to you. You might have a conversation with people or whatever, and you'll find out that somebody going through it worse than you. So it's the spiritual relationship that I have, that bond that I created with Source over time, that allowed me to still keep putting one foot in front of the other. You see what I'm saying? A lot of things that I've been through in my life, I've made it through because of that spiritual relationship. You know what I'm saying? I have people that I can go to, if I need a vent and, get some stuff off my chest or, but at the end of the day, there was some things that I went through in my life that had it not been for my spiritual relationship, that I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have seen myself through, and I wouldn't even be living. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to, out of all the relationships that you may have on this earth, whether it be your romantic relationship with your partner, your friendships, always make time to invest in your spiritual relationship with the Source, whoever that may be for you. I call it the Source. But always make time to show gratitude and be thankful. And, because that's going to be the thing that you have to lean on when the storms of life start to rage. You got to have an anchor, because if you're not anchored, then as you live your life and you go through those storms and that shit start to raging, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be all over the place. And that's one of the worst feelings to have. And I remember that time in my life where that's how I was, because I wasn't anchored at some point in my life. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, I was going through my shit and I was all over the place, all in my head. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really focus on what it was that I needed to focus. And because I didn't have that bond, that spiritual relationship with Source, then I just felt like I was out here by myself, when the reality of it is that you're not. You see what I'm saying? Spirit always has your back. I don't care what it is that you're going through, how hard it may seem, how bad it may seem. Spirit has always had your back, and I am a living testimony to that. I promise you. I am a witness to that. And I know, like I said, a lot of shit that I've been through in my life, if it wasn't for my relationship with Spirit, my spiritual relationship with Source, I would not be here to this day. Y'all would not be seeing me make these videos and, living my best life. So I just encourage you to take the time. We all have 24 hours a day, but make sure you take the time. I feel like the best time to do it is when you first wake up. It don't take long, you know what I'm saying? But just show gratitude and take a look at your life. Even if you're going through some shit, take a moment to look over your life and see how truly blessed you are. And create that bond, work on that spiritual relationship, because it's going to show you and it's going to condition you to know that they're here for you. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be, even when you're going through your shit, like even when I go through my shit, there's a part of me on the inside where I'm just calm, as opposed to the past where I would be, all messed up in the head and shit like that, emotionally all over the place. But because I took the time over the years to work on my spiritual relationship, I'm more calm, I'm more laid back, more chill than I ever been before. And I have this faith. Because of my spiritual relationship, I have this faith in knowing that all things are working for me and not to me.